What's up, YouTube? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Uh, y'all, let me know how the audio sound. Let me know how the audio sound. I don't have my mic plugged up tonight, but we should have good audio from the microphone that's hooked to the iMac. But what's going on, everybody, man? Tonight we got day three fragrances coming on. Owner or perfumer. Well, he told me yesterday he was the perfumer. So go by the name of Mike. We're gonna welcome him in on the show. We're gonna talk about a little bit about the house of day three. We're gonna talk a little bit about Scent Explorer. He was at Scent Explorer. A little bit of background about his, awards that he's won, and we're gonna dive into a lot of things tonight, man. So when y'all come to the chat, man, make sure you hit the like button, hit the let me know your scent of the days as well. Let me know the scent of the days. We got Mike right here in the back chat. I'm gonna bring him up at some point. I do want to allow. What's up, Quan? Got Quan in here tonight, man. We got Wiz in here. Wiz, what's up? He said, "What do you think about Queening, bro?" It's a good vanilla fragrance for the female audience. I don't think that Queening is something that I would wear. I know it's something I wouldn't wear. It's not a vanilla that I gravitate towards. So, um, but yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, Quan, what you wearing tonight, man? I'm gonna go ahead and let Mike up here a little bit. I don't want to keep him waiting. Let me get that off the screen. I know we got a few people live tonight. I know Dedrick was live. I know Sips and Sniffs is live. So and then now I'm live, but I wanted to get this live stream, man, with Mike from Day Three Fragrances. He got a holiday sale going on right now, man. So wanted to bring a live stream during this time so we can get people aware of what's going on with the holiday deals he got going on as far as and then also with the Scent Explorer that he was at. So where it says Scent of the Day is Royal Sapphire by Thymine. All right, all right. I'm gonna add Mike to the show. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
What's happening? It's good to
Can,
see you.
can you hear me good?
I can.
Okay, okay, all right, man. I want to start out with this Scent of the Day, man. What did you wear today as far as a fragrance?
So I'm wearing Aylen today.
Okay, okay, all right, all right, all right. Today I went to a Christmas party. My company had a Christmas party, and it was cold, man. It was a cold day today. I want to say it might have been in the 40s, but it felt like the 30s.
You're
That's
back
cold
already?
to us, huh?
You're back already? It's early, right?
Yeah, man, yeah, man. We well, it's right now. It's 8 where we at. So it was. They try to fit it in between the work hours, 8 to 5.
Oh, I see. I
Uh,
see.
but yeah, man. So I went with Nishani Nefs. I don't know if you ever heard me speak about this fragrance, Nishani Nefs.
That's good
Has,
stuff.
has honey, has whiskey, vanilla, rose. Has some fig in here. This is a very, very, very good performing fragrance, and also a very good fragrance for like events like Christmas parties, Thanksgiving. It's a winter and a fall masterpiece to me. 10 out of 10 in my top five as far as fragrances. All right, what's up, Juice, man? Juice coming in here. Center of the day is Magnitude by Savoir Faire. Oh, okay, Magnitude. Okay, so Mike, man, I want to get your take on Scent Explorer, man. I know it's been probably about a week now since Scent Explorer was.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was busy. They had a lot of like 6,000 people, and it was crazy. There was a lot of love in the room.
okay,
Last year was our first year doing it. And so a lot
okay,
of people didn't know who we were. And it was just this year being back, more people were familiar with the house. So
right,
that was a lot of fun for us. I had a few members of the family there. I had my sister-in-law there. My dad was there. My wife was there. And it was just really cool getting to meet people who, normally you only see them like their screen name pop up on the phone. So it was
right,
like kinda cool to meet the real person behind the screen name. And
right.
it was a successful event, man. People were real happy. Fantastic vendors. Like it was everything you could ask for from a fragrance convention.
Okay, okay. As far as like the first time going to Scent Explorer, 'cause this is the second time, right? So your
Yeah.
first time, you won an award, right?
So no, the first time we were a complete unknown.
Okay,
So like nobody knew who we were because we hadn't been launched for that long. We had won the Art and Olfaction Award that year, but we didn't win anything at Scent Explorer. And this year we ended up winning two awards.
Okay.
So we won the award for best up and coming niche brand, and
Wow.
we won the award for best debut fragrance.
And the debut fragrance was
La Tacita de Cafe, our coffee fragrance.
okay. Uh, man, I gotta be honest. When I smelled that one, because I love a coffee fragrance, right? And the only coffee fragrance that I actually felt like was good enough for me to keep in my collection was the one from Killian, Intoxicated. I don't know if you ever smelled that one.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
that's a damn good coffee fragrance.
It's
But I
good.
wanted something to I wanted like another coffee fragrance that wasn't like that one though. It's one of diversity as far as coffee because I love the note of coffee.
Mhm.
And when I smelled Joe, somebody I think it was Terrence Senior that sent me a discovery set.
Okay.
He said, you got to check this house out. So when I smelled that one, I was like, wow, this is what I've been looking for when it comes to a coffee. You know, in your face coffee, right? Like there is another kerosene. I don't know if you've ever heard of that brand.
Yeah.
Kerosene, they have a coffee one. That's too much for me,
Yeah.
right? I want coffee, but I want it done in a fragrance way.
Right.
I don't want to walk around smelling like coffee beans, right? So when I smell lots with a lot of Cita Cafe, I said this is what I was been looking for.
Nice.
A
Yeah, you
coffee,
know, I don't know why, but it seems like coffee is the one note in the industry where everyone keeps trying to make it smell more like coffee. Like they keep making it less of a fragrance and more of
right,
like a single note. And I don't
right,
know
right.
why, like what the appeal is, but we definitely wanted to do like a fragrance that you can wear, not make it smell like you spilled the coffee on yourself, you know?
Right, right. So, for anybody out there listening, if you like coffee, and I'm putting my name on this one, if you like coffee, check out Day Three. And I would say this even if you wasn't on. Uh, um, Day Three, lot of seafood, lot of I can I get tongue tied every time. Lot of Cita Cafe by Day Three. That's a damn good coffee.
Seems like you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's you or if it's me. Oh no, where did Tazza go? Did he slow down for everybody, or is it just me? Is it my internet? There we
My bad, man. Technical
go.
difficulties.
No
All
worries.
right, but yeah, check out La Tita Cafe. That is a damn good coffee. All right, so winning that award for that for that coffee
Man, you're slowing down, and I don't know what's going on.
man,
I
how
think you're.
was that, man?
Oh, there we go.
After all the hard work, I know you put in a lot of hard work. You out there long nights trying to perfect.
Man, I'm so sorry. You're breaking up quite a bit. Like I don't know if your internet is messed up or what the story is.
All right, man.
All right, take three.
All right, can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
All right, man. So, what was it like winning that award for La Tatisa Cafe? How was that, man? What was that experience like for you and the whole brand and team? Day three.
It really took us by surprise because there were so many huge brands in the running for that award that like I really didn't think that we stood a chance at all, you know. And so it kind of like caught me off guard a little bit. And when they announced it, it shocked us, and then it's like this overwhelming feeling of like appreciation because this particular award is like voted on by the people. So it's one of those things where it's like the consumer is actually like voting for the perfume, not some judge somewhere, you know. So it was just like a lot of love, you know. I think we lost Tazo again. I think we lost Tazo again. I think we lost Tazo.
I'm gonna try this one more time, y'all. I'm gonna try this one more time, and then if that don't do it, I'm not about to keep playing games, man. This StreamYard can be very, very trouble, man. I apologize. I swear,
No,
my
no
internet don't
worries.
mess up until I get on StreamYard, bro.
Yeah, you know, if anything, you know, if it doesn't work out for whatever reason and we need to reschedule, that's fine too. I'm here for you.
We're gonna try it one more time, man. It seems like it's working fine right now.
All right.
So listen, man, I wanted to bring this up too. Man. I know that you collab with a few YouTubers, man. What do you think about the YouTubers, like influencers and like brands, like working together, building a friendship, building some type of dialogue, and able to have like a phone number, be a phone call away from an influencer or even a perfumer or a fragrance house like yourself, man. What's your take on that?
I think it's great. I've heard people complain about like all upset when perfume brands work with influencers, and I don't know. I don't get it. Like influencers have uh they have an audience. They're like a vital integral part of the community because they're providing a service. Like there are thousands of people who tune in to watch an influencer talk about perfume, and brands are just silly if they don't communicate and build relationships with those people because they're the gateway to the end consumer, you know. And
Seriously.
it's like what we don't do is we don't pay for content. So I'll never go to like a YouTuber or an influencer and say like how much for a good review or how much to make me this post, because we're a very young brand and we cannot develop that reputation where it's like, oh, that brand pays for good reviews, you
Right.
know. Um, and there have been influencers that we go to and we say, hey, listen, we would like to develop a relationship. And then we've had people say like, all right, great, well, here's my price. And then we have to turn them down because, you know, and I feel bad doing it because I know that a lot of these people work really hard and they're trying to earn an income for what they do. It's just that we're not in a position to really damage our reputation like that, you know. But yeah, I think influencers are they're the future of the industry because that's where all the eyeballs are. So if you want consumers, it used to be you had to go advertise or you had to pay for TV or magazines or whatever. But now the smart thing to do is build your relationships with influencers.
Right. And to me, the only thing with like, because the community, there are people in this community who feel like if a brand, let's say Day Three was collabing with a Tazo, they're automatically going to say, "Oh, that's a shield brand." And people look at brands that do that and put them in this category as they're not good enough to stand by themselves. Which to me is like I'd rather collab with owners or perfume houses that I really do stand by their work, and I'm a fan of them. To me, it's not more so of a oh let's work together. It's more so I'm a fan of what y'all do. I love the product. I love the longevity. I love the blends. I just want to, I'm here to support y'all. It's more so me being a fan, and then also them being a fan. They love the way, we review fragrances. They love the honesty of the fragrances.
Mhm.
So it's like, one hand washes the other to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stand with a brand like some people. I feel like stand with brands that they don't really they collab with brands they don't stand by, and I had to separate myself from that. I've had brands reach out to me, and I wouldn't put the fragrance on my channel, man, because I just feel like it's up quality. So if
Yeah.
you see me with a brand on my channel, you can say that's a brand he stand by because he's putting his name on that.
Yeah, that's smart because people definitely know the difference. I mean, people are aware of the influencers that they'll just hype anything that gets sent to them.
Right.
They know that, and if they don't know now, they will find out very quickly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we have influencers that like people hang on their every word because they know that the influencer is honest. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
that's why I like to connect with good people and spend my time with people who are upfront and honest. You know?
Right. Well, I know you got a new fragrance out, man, called I don't want to mispronounce. Can you help
Aylen,
me?
yeah,
Aylen. All right.
Aylen, yeah.
I actually have a sample of Aylen,
Oh,
right?
nice. All right.
I have a sample of it. I've had it for a while now. There's been a lot going on in my personal life. I had a sample for well over 2 or 3 weeks. But now I'm in position where I can start rolling out content, man, and pushing this channel forward. So I do have a thumbnail of this. I'll get in a little bit of Aylen, and I wanted to do a first impression, right? But since I got you here, it's only right to do it with you.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So I don't have the notes pulled up. You got the notes pulled up for this?
I made it.
Oh yeah. Oh there you go. See, I'm not used to this, so I gotta get
That's a
you
good question.
get you right. Boom. Help me out with the notes, man. Help me out.
Yeah, so at the top there's elemi and a little bit of orange blossom, some Brazilian pink pepper. But really the heart of the fragrance, like the fragrance is a vanilla fragrance.
Oh shit.
Oh,
See, that's what I get for I wanted to make you the solo, but fuck, I don't want to fuck it up.
nah,
Let me
this
just
is
stick what I
perfect.
know. All right,
This is
go
good.
ahead.
Nah, it's a vanilla fragrance at its heart. Like it's a vanilla, but it's mixed with Bulgarian rose absolute and agar wood. So there's a bit of oud. It's not swampy kind of skanky oud. It's a nice dry resinous oud, and there's a little touch of cashmere in there as well. So it's very mature, very complex, very sexy fragrance.
And this is an extractor parfum.
It is, yeah. It's very concentrated. When you spray it on your skin's gonna stay shiny for quite a while.
Okay, cool. Um, let's go ahead and let's get it. Let's get it right here. Definitely get the vanilla and some woodiness in the opening. Creamy vanilla, picking up a rose note.
Yeah.
It's like vanilla, rose. I like it's a woody note in here. Is that the cashmere you were speaking about?
Yeah, the cashmere and the way it's playing with the oud. That oud comes off
Yeah,
as
okay. Yeah.
oh,
The
oh
oud is
yeah.
not a funky oud though. I like that.
No, it's very clean.
Very clean. This is nice, man. This is to me. This is a very this is an office fragrance for the office guys. Very sexy. To me, I don't know. I've seen people say it leans feminine. To me, it leans kind of
Really?
masculine. I
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
see I didn't see some people say that.
yeah. I think that anytime you come out with a vanilla, you're just gonna get people who say it leans
Leans
feminine.
feminine, right?
Also, rose. A lot of guys don't feel comfortable wearing rose. I think
Rose,
rose is
right?
beautiful. You know what I mean?
What? It's definitely a vanilla fragrance. Very nice, very nicely done with the woods. The woods is not too loud in here. It's a very soft woody fragrance. The oud in here is not funky. It's a clean oud, like you mentioned. It's a clean oud, not super rose dominant. I like the fact that the vanilla is the dominant factor of this fragrance,
Yeah.
but you still also get different aspects of it with the rose, the wood that's in here, the wood of course that's in here. This is nice. It's very sexy, man. This is date night to me. I would definitely wear this on date night. This is definitely date night, bro. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first smelled this, I did compare it to a baby cat
Yeah.
spinoff.
Yeah.
But now that I got it on skin and I'm really taking my time with it, I'm not rushing to figure out what I'm getting. I'm taking my time. Let me get to this donation real quick. But I'm talking. I'm gonna get to the donation, man. I didn't forget about. Just want to talk about the fragrance, right? This is very sexy, man.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of comparisons to Baby Cat, and it seems like a lot of people think it smells like Baby Cat in the opening, and then
You just took it from me. You just took it from me.
Yeah.
In the opening, you get Baby Cat similarities.
Yeah.
But as it dries down, it gets less woody. Like in Baby Cat, there's a suede, dark suede accord in there. This gets less woody to me, and it stays vanilla and rose. And I don't know if is there a white floral note in here?
Just a little tiny touch of orange blossom in the top to give it a little bit of sparkle, create something a little bit different.
I will say this, ladies, in the dry down, it goes feminine and or unisex. Definitely unisex. But you got some guys that may say it leans feminine. But I would say unisex because this is my speed. I like a vanilla fragrance. I like uh,
We're losing them again.
No. Oh.
All right, restart one more time. We're back.
All right, people, man. Y'all gotta spare me, man. I'm working on the internet right now, y'all. All right, getting back to the fragrance. Man, this is very good, man. I'm also like, I don't know. The vanilla. Is there another note in here that's giving it some sweetness? Because I'm getting vanilla, but I'm also getting like something that's adding to this vanilla that's giving me like a sweet accord or note in here.
Yeah, we use a very special kind of vanillin.
Oh, man, this is good.
Along with the vanilla. Vanillin is like an aroma chemical that a lot of perfumers use as a vanilla note. So what we did is we took vanilla absolute and we took a very special vanillin. Vanillin is usually extracted from clove, believe it or not. But,
Okay.
we were able to source some that has been extracted from guaiac wood, and it's just smoother and sweeter and just prettier. Like it has sparkle to it, and we ended up using that. It's because I created this for my daughter, and she's 16 years old. And what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to create a fragrance for her that was so much oud and rose and so much complexity that she could never wear it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I wanted to do top end ingredients, but then also make it so that she could actually wear it out and around. So this is what we ended up with.
And to me, like this is good, man. The rose, I like that the rose is not overdone in here. The rose is not trying to outdo the vanilla.
Right.
So this can definitely be in people's vanilla conversation when it comes to a fragrance. This is one to definitely put in conversation. Yeah, I'm definitely picking this one up. Definitely in the dry down. In the dry down, y'all, it gets a lot more unisex. So, ladies, you don't. When I said what it leans masculine, that's in the opening. Allow this fragrance to work and develop. I like that. I like that about this fragrance.
Yeah, we try to do all of our fragrances like that, where it evolves on your skin, so you don't get bored with it. You know, the top notes will kind of fly off, and the heart sort of develops, and the base develops, and I like that. I like that journey.
Right. I got some. Okay, shout out to Dry Down, man. This is a really good. He's a really good YouTuber too, man. This dude has a good collection. Great channel.
Oh, I noticed his picture from the thumbnails. He does really, really good thumbnail.
Yeah. So hey,
Yeah,
the Dry Down, man. One day y'all can make a connection. That's a great channel to build with right there. Fragrance Connoisseur mentioned that he said it's interesting that you extract vanilla from Gaiac wood. I've never heard of that before.
yeah. Well, we're a very small brand, and we have to do what we can to stand out. And sometimes that means using new materials and new extraction methods and exotics. We use exotics from all over the world.
This is
Just that, when you come to smell a day 3 fragrance, it just hits you a little bit differently. A lot of people are like, "Wow, what is that?" And it's just the little tricks that we use.
it's of course. Let me ask you this: what is the retail for? Is it Aylen?
Aylen, yeah, 155. So I mean,
Wow.
it's probably one of the best deals in Fragcom right now because it's an extrait and it's a lot of naturals. We also have a version that's 180, and the 180 is a limited edition, and it comes autographed by myself and my daughter, and it's numbered. We only made 300 of them, so they're sort of it comes with like a certificate.
Man, I think this is going to be my next pickup. I wanted to go Amber Dominicano first. For some reason, I wanted that to be my first pickup from the house, but I might gotta go this one.
Yeah, Aylen was the official perfume of Scent Explorer for this year. Scent Explorer actually took it and advertised it as like this is the perfume of the convention. So we were like we were pretty honored.
If I'm rating this, Mike, out of 10, I'm serious. Y'all know Tazo do not bluff. If you take Mike off screen and put anybody right there, I would say this fragrance. I'll say a 9.7 out of 10.
Wow, thank you. That's man, thank
I
you
would
very
say
much.
9.7 out of 10. And I'm gonna give you another reason why I really like this fragrance. It's vanilla dominant, but it's not pushing off vanilla off your skin.
Hmm.
I like the note of vanilla done in the fragrance, but I don't want to just smell vanilla. Like off, but this one I know in the sillage it is. You have vanilla in the sillage. You have a rose note in here. You also have some of the woodier tones in this fragrance. With combined with the sillage, it's not just gonna be vanilla in this person's sillage. This is a great blend, man. So I got to give you your flowers on this one.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we didn't want to do a
Very
cupcake vanilla because if you do too much vanilla, it kind of goes cupcake.
Cupcakey, too sweet, juvenile.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all got to definitely listen. This is definitely sample worthy. I would probably say blind buy worthy.
Wow. Okay.
I'm willing to go. Listen, because if you like Baby Cat, but you want it done in a more unisex way, a sexier way, this to me is like the easier take on that DNA. It's sexy. It's for the office wear. It's for date night for sure. You got rose in here. If you like rose, come on. Rose is added. It's done. It's a nice done rose. Good, man. Good stuff. Now, I know there's another one I have of yours, man. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got Say Less up here. I used the other ones. So I got Downtown Deja Vu left. I got Say Less left. I got Philosophia left and Silent Rescue.
Okay. Yeah, Silent Rescue we discontinued not too long ago.
Seriously. So let me get this one on skin. You want to talk about this one a little bit?
Sure. Silent Rescue?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gone now, but that was our incense fragrance. We used frankincense from Oman, which is a beautiful material, and we really featured it. It's got like 13% frankincense in it, which is a
Mm.
lot. It's a lot. Um,
You
not
know what vibe
everything.
this giving me?
What's up?
This giving me a Fougere vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very fresh, almost citrusy because that frankincense is so.
Citrusy, fresh, airy. Man, this was a good one, man. You said discontinued?
Yes, yeah. Discontinued.
This is a good one for the spring, summer.
Dude, I love wearing it. Yeah.
It gives off it's like a citrusy fougere, y'all. If you could think about it like a citrusy fougere fragrance, it's fresh, it's airy, it's citrusy, spicy.
Yeah. I see Juice is looking for a bottle of Midnight Whisper. We
Mm,
discontinued that one too. You know, the thing is like we're a very small house. Like I make everything, along with my wife. There's only five of us on the whole team,
okay.
and the house has been getting a lot of attention lately. And so it's like it's difficult keeping up. And because we do everything, we're a 100% artisan house. So I have all the materials imported into my lab. We compound everything here in the lab, and then we macerate and mature it. We bottle it, and we ship it from here. So keeping up with like 9 formulas, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So Silent Rescue just happened to be like the odd man out when we were adding another fragrance, and I'm like, I don't know if we can keep up with everything. And so we dropped Silent Rescue. Midnight Whisper was a little bit different because it was IFRA restriction. They restricted one of the materials on us, and we didn't want to. I feel like when you reformulate a fragrance, it's not fair to the customer. Like if you bought it before, then you buy it again and it's different.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
didn't do that, so we discontinued that also.
Okay. Okay. I know that Bonnie is one of the most popular ones from the house, if not the most popular. Would you
It
say?
was our biggest seller this year. Yeah, it was
Bonnie?
huge.
You want to talk about that one a little bit, man? Why do you
Yeah,
think that is? Because everyone's, if you mention day three, most people are going to see Bonnie.
yeah. It's because everything that we do for an inspiration has got to be genuine and authentic, right? My wife is Dominican, and so our family culture is Dominican. And I was sitting down with my mother-in-law, and she was showing me a bunch of old pictures, like in an album. And she shows me this one picture, and it's a little girl. She's eating a mango over a bucket, so the juice drops into the bucket, and she's holding a piece of sugar cane. And I said, "Who is that? Who is that little kid?" And she said, "That's your wife." And I just thought it was like cool. It was a picture of her in her grandmother's backyard in the town of Bani in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so in Bani, mango trees grow everywhere, and you could just go right out in the backyard and just pick a mango off the tree. And the mangoes in Bani are known worldwide for being like the most amazing mangoes. I mean, they smell
Mm,
incredible, they taste incredible. Every year they have like a mango festival. And I
okay.
said, I've got to do a fragrance about that, about the town of Bani. And
Okay.
so I did. I used mangoes from Bani. We
Okay.
had them brought in, and I used them as a scent reference for the formula. And then we put sugar cane in the base because that was part of the picture, like part of the inspiration.
Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
the reason people feel like Bani is different is because a lot of times you'll see a mango and it's like candy or like bubblegum mango, like it's very sweet. We
Right.
wanted to do something like photorealistic, almost like you cut the
Mm,
fruit open and you just put your face in it, like it's
mm,
real.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because we wanted to be genuine. Like we didn't want it to be just a mango note, and then we just say
Okay.
that this represents Bani. Like no, it had to be exactly that mango that I was smelling because that's what makes us different. If you just do a note, like any perfumer can do that, and we just want to be different.
Because I know that in the coffee one, it was mentioned to me that Dominican coffee is used in La Tacita Cafe, right?
Mhm.
So, would you say day three is popular in the Dominican?
Oh,
Um, country. Like a lot of
Very
people
much.
are familiar with, hey man, there's a Dominican house that's using Bani mangoes from Bani, and they're taking Dominican coffee and using the aroma of Dominican coffee as notes. Like I'm sure this has got to be a growing brand in that.
It
Is it a
is.
country
Yeah. Yep.
island? In
It
that
is.
island, right?
It is, and we're still really new and we're still really small, but yeah, the word is getting around, and we've been on Dominican TV, Dominican social media, and it's they're very like family oriented and culturally oriented, so they're very proud to have finally a perfume company that's like celebrating their culture, and we're proud to do it.
Okay. Um. So let me ask you, man, what is your favorite day three fragrance?
It's going to depend on the day, because I mean, I made all of them. So I made them the way I like them. So, you know, every one that I finish, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. Uh,
Mm,
there's there's a new one that's coming out, and Charm City's in this chat. He got to smell it at Scent Explorer. That was fun. I think that's
mm.
going to be my favorite. But
He told me about that one too.
yeah, I don't want to. I don't want
Yeah,
to
I ain't gonna say
tease
nothing
that.
though.
Yeah, I'll say probably La Tacita
Spring,
de Café.
right? I'm just gonna say spring.
Yeah, it's probably spring. Yeah,
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a Dominican gourmand, like
Mm-hmm.
real gourmand, and as Dominican as you can get. So I think it's gonna make a lot of news actually. And but yeah, for right now, probably La Tacita de Cafe. Because every time I spray it on, it makes me feel good. Like it's a feel
Right.
good fragrance. It's very comfortable. Feels like warm. It's sweet. Just if I'm having a bad day or it's like early in the morning and I want to feel good, that's my go-to.
Okay. You got an amber fragrance, amber dominicano.
Yeah.
What do you like to know the amber? Like, what made you go amber? I know every house has an amber, but what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna take me an amber fragrance and do it the Dominican way?
Well, because amber was the best way to get to express the scent of Mama Juana, which is like a Dominican rum drink. It's spiced
Mm.
Dominican rum.
You asked me about that.
Yeah, in DR, every family has a bottle of Mama Juana, and we use it for everything. So, like, if you want to celebrate, we all do a shot of Mama Juana. But if you're
Okay.
sick and you want to get better, you do a shot of Mama Juana. Like you do, for like literally for any reason. So
Okay.
it's like such a part of like our family culture. I was like, let's do a fragrance because it smells good. Like it smells
Mm.
amazing. And if you drink enough of it when you're celebrating, then you begin to associate that with like good times and music and like loud people and family. And so I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. So our Ambar Dominicano is actually based on the scent of our family bottle of Mama Juana, and it
Oh,
matches almost perfectly. Yeah. It's very
okay.
interesting because if you don't know what Mama Juana is and you smell it, you'll say like, "Wow, what an interesting amber!" Like, but you can't
Right,
really
right,
put your
right.
finger on why. And but if you're Dominican or you're familiar with the scent of Mama Juana, like that's when they smell it, you could see people's eyes light up because they go, "Oh, this is it! Like this is
Okay.
Mama Juana."
Okay. Okay. All right, man. So you say you did give us a spoiler and said you do got a gourmand coming out. To my knowledge, outside of the mango one, which I wouldn't say that's a gourmand, more so like mango, a fruity fragrance.
Yeah, it's
What?
like fruity floral.
Yeah. What made you go gourmand? Like, and what you can't. I hate to get you to talk about it because you wanted it to be a
Okay,
surprise, man. But just the idea of gourmand. You
okay,
don't got to
yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
the notes. Just the
Yeah, I
idea
just
of
want to do
gourmand.
something for me, like I wanted to do something for myself. I've done a bunch of fragrances for other people in my family, and one of my favorite things is like we'll travel, right, and whenever we're gone at an event, my mother-in-law comes over and she watches our house because we've got we got big dogs and we need a house sitter.
Yeah.
And whenever I come back from a trip, there's like a treat waiting for me on the counter. Like
Okay.
I don't want to say that I'm her favorite, but
You're her favorite.
I'm her favorite. So when we come back, there's like a Dominican cake waiting for me, and the unspoken rule is like that's Mike's cake.
Okay.
Which makes me feel special. Like, it makes me feel good. And it's, I was like, yo, I enjoy the smell of that and the taste of that so much. Like, let's do a straight gourmand, like unapologetically sweet, but let's make it real and authentic, just like with the mango, right? So instead of
Right.
just doing, gourmands are pretty typical. Like, it's like tonka bean, absolute is
Yeah.
vanilla, is sugar, cotton candy. I'm
Right.
like, you know what? Let's do like caramelized pineapple. Let's do sweet plantains. Let's do like butter and honey. Like, let's go. And I'm so
Oh,
happy with the result. Like, it's been my signature scent for at least a month, and every time I wear it, people are like, "What are you wearing?"
so
So I'm
even though you shooting the fragrance for a certain time of the year for the release, it could be worn right now.
yeah. Well, because what we'll do is we'll finish the fragrance and we'll make sure that it's matured, and then we're gonna macerate it for a long time, so that
Oh,
by the time it gets to the consumer, it's smooth as silk, and the
okay.
projection is good. We don't want to be that company where it's like you buy from us and then we send you a little note saying like, let it sit, let it sit for 3 weeks because we didn't do our job. I want the customer to get only the best, like right when you open it,
As soon as
because
you
you
open it,
pay
right,
good money for it. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. That whole maceration thing, I don't like to talk about that because I feel like nothing you buy, you should have to wait to use it.
Hundred
You
percent,
know, once I get
100%,
my bottle in, I'm gonna take the top off and get to wearing it.
100%. Yeah, we were finished with Aylen like almost a year ago,
Oh
and
wow,
yeah, we matured it for 4 months and then we macerated it for 4 months. So it's sat for a
it's ready
long
to
time.
go.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
So prior to Aylen, I think your release before Aylen was
Escándalo.
Escalado.
Escándalo.
That's the
Yeah.
only one I haven't smelled from your house is that one. And what is that one like? A lot of people say that's one of their favorite ones. I
Yeah,
said
super
Bani.
bright, very, very fresh.
Okay.
Very green. We we got we got an opportunity to buy some Dominican daisy, and it's another exotic flower. It grows on the beaches of the Dominican Republic. We said we want to do something awesome with Dominican daisy, and Dominican daisy is pretty cool because if you crumble it up and you smell it in your hands, you would think it's supposed to smell like a flower, but when you smell it, it smells like bubble gum. Like, it has a
Mm.
sweet to it. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. So we did guava and Dominican daisy. We decorated it with the most expensive rose and jasmine that we could possibly find. And man, it's fresh, but it lasts a long time. And it's really different. It's not like a citrus fresh. It's a tropical, beautiful piece.
Okay. So I see that all your I like this about your house or any house that I noticed you got straight to parfums.
Yeah.
What made you go straight over typically EDPs or parfums?
Well, a couple of them that we have are EDPs because that's what works best for that particular formula, right?
Okay.
But I don't have a corporate office that's above me or some accountant tapping me on the shoulder saying like, "Hey, if you dilute this a little bit more, you'll save $1, $2." I don't have anybody like that in my company. I can just be the perfumer, and as a purist and somebody who loves fragrance, I can just make the fragrance the way that it's going to work best for the customer and just produce it that way, you know?
Mm.
So, yeah, we could dilute everything and save a whole bunch of money, but again, we're like a small up and coming company. We don't want to damage our reputation like that. We want to come out of the gate giving what we can, like the best that we can. So if something works best as an extrait, I'm not afraid to do it. Oh, here's my babe. I don't know. Hi, baby. You want to come up here? You want to say hi to everybody? I have a Cane Corso puppy. She's
Okay.
my girl. Yeah, is that? Oh, is that you? She doesn't really belong. I'm gonna get in trouble for having her in here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Before I
want
get
her
yelled
knocking.
at.
You don't want her knocking. Where do we leave off at? Where you leave off at? Help me out.
Extraits.
X-ray. All right, so X-rays,
Yeah.
right? So you are aware that people like performance.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, fragrance should be made a certain way. Like if you have a particular DNA and it works best as an extrait, make it an extrait, you know?
Mhm.
Some of them have more volatile materials in the top notes, so like a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Those should be eau de parfum because the alcohol helps those volatiles lift off the skin and get off the skin. So you get better performance, better projection as an EDP with those formulas.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, what we'll do is we'll take a formula that's completed and I'll dilute it a number of different ways. And whatever's best for that formula, that's how I'll make the fragrance.
Okay. Okay. All right. Because to me, when I see a house has extraits, I automatically think, okay, this is going to be a house that's to be taken serious because I feel like extraits are just I don't know why I feel this way. Maybe because all my extraits are good. I feel like extraits are made with more quality. I really haven't had a house that do extraits that don't do well.
They're more expensive for sure. And so I think there's something to be said for a company that's willing to make an expensive product, not
Hey,
cheap.
if we got a moderator in the chat, man, can y'all please filter out some of these comments, man? Can y'all block some of these people out the chat for moderators? If I gotta make somebody a moderator to keep the chat clean, yeah, man, you will see if you will see a lot of people troll different influencers. Not here though, but that's good, man. That's good. So, with you being an up and comer with you being an up and comer fragrance house, man, you doing your thing, you collab with YouTubers, you are at Scent Explorer. Are there any brands that you look at and maybe even on the come up as well that you are inspired by that you might even be good friends with that you just want to see win that you feel like maybe they also need the same push or the same respect and eyeballs and ears that day three is getting.
Yeah, I mean, all of them. I think that you can go to almost any house and pick out something that you appreciate about that house. And I like to keep an open mind and I like to keep my eyes open for people who are doing the right kind of marketing or the right kind of packaging. I'll look at the sprayer, who's doing the nice sprayers, who's got the heaviest bottles, or the perfumer, like who's spending the money to get a good perfumer, to get a good formula. And as far as friends go, man, everybody that I've met in the industry has been absolutely amazing to us. Like every person we've met has been so nice. It's crazy because the stereotype is like perfume companies and owners can be like standoffish or gatekeep their stuff, and everybody I've run into has been like the nicest person.
Okay. Shelly knows it all. He's a YouTuber. He has a question. He said, hey Mike, has the brand grown to the point where you need outside help from just the family operation?
Not yet, and hopefully not for a while. I'm very, very lucky because my wife owns the company and she's a boss. Like she does all of the hard work, right?
Oh,
So I get to just perfume, and her work ethic is like unbelievable. When we were at Scent Explorer, I was telling people when we won the second award, I said, "This award is for my wife." I said to explain to everybody in the room like who she is. She's the owner of the company, and we're up here on stage, and she was out at our table still selling perfumes. Like she was working
mm,
while we were collecting an award, and like that's my wife, right?
right.
And her family, just a bunch of beasts in that family. So like we're recruiting them one at a time to like come work for us, and we have this amazing like staff, and it's still all just family. So
Oh,
we're keeping it in the family.
if you don't mind me asking, right? Is your wife, because you're in the perfume business,
Yeah.
do she look at this like a business? Like, hey, I'm the owner of a business. I'm running a business, or do she also have the love for the sport of perfume and she's a nerd for smelling good, figuring out the next notes and what blend is good and like how is it just business for her, or is she actually knee deep in this community as well as far as being like a fan of the
She
sport?
she's into perfumery, but not really the creative side. Like she has no real interest in like suggesting notes or what we should do next per se. But we'll be out in an event and she'll go visit every table and she's spraying things. She has things that she likes, and we try to be very supportive of the community. So no matter where we go, we're buying bottles. If we stop into a perfume shop, we're probably buying a bunch of bottles while we're there. And so she has a pretty amazing collection, just like my daughter does. And so she's into it. We avoid a lot of the drama. So like if there's any gossip or this house does this and this that, she doesn't care about that. She doesn't bother with that. But yeah, she loves perfumery, but she treats this like a very serious business.
Okay. Okay. Would you say, because you did tell me that you are the perfumer, right?
Yeah.
So does she have any any say so on notes that comes for a fragrance or ideas, or is that all left up to you since you're the perfumer?
So of course she has a say in everything, right? Because she's my wife, so she's like the big boss, but I have to learn how to also have like a separation intact, because there are certain notes and certain things that she doesn't like, but that doesn't mean that the rest of the market doesn't like those things, or that doesn't mean it's not the right thing for a formula. So I have to be very careful. Like sometimes I'll bring her to something and she said, no, this smells like this, or I don't like it because of that. And then I have to think objectively, like, is it bad or is it just that she doesn't like it? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah. Esteban is asking Michael for Aylen, I guess he's saying how much is it?
so there's two versions. There's the regular versions, 155, just like all of our other bottles. And then there's an autographed and numbered one that comes with a certificate. That's the Scent Explorer limited edition, and those are 180.
Okay, 180. Man, I only sprayed that one the discontinued ones one time. This thing is just pumping off my skin.
Oh, there's the question. Yeah, he wants to know how involved my daughter was in creating the fragrance.
Good question.
So here's how that all worked out. Ever since I became a dad, people were telling me like, "Hey, when your daughter becomes a teenager, you're not gonna be the cool guy anymore. She's gonna be with her friends, and then suddenly you just go, oh, that's dad." And man, I've been terrified about that moment, because that's daddy's little girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, but through perfumery, we've actually gotten closer, because she's a teenager now and she hangs out with me in the lab all the time. She's like my little shadow. And whenever we get a box in, because we get shipments from all over the world with amazing materials, we'll open up the box and we'll smell through them, and she has favorite things, wow. And her nose is like amazing. She always picks out the most expensive thing, and she's like, that's my favorite. So the joke in the office is, if we gave her a box of 100 materials, her favorite one is definitely going to be the one that costs the most, like all the time. And I just wanted to like honor our relationship, because we are so close, and because it is kind of unusual for a teenage girl, and her dad to be, have that kind of relationship. So I took all of her favorite materials. That's why we used the oud. That's why we used the expensive vanilla. That's why we used a Bulgarian rose absolute, even though it's pretty expensive to go in that direction. So I basically took all of her favorite things and I made her a perfume, and then we named it after her. So it's named after my daughter. And yeah, man, she loves it. And she's been wearing it for a while, and she gets excited too when she hears other people talking about it, because she knows that I made it for her. And so to see other people enjoying it, like that, she gets a big kick out of that. She loves it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And that's, with her still being in school, she get to go to her friends at school, teachers even, and say, listen, I have a fragrance out here named after me,
That's
and it's
crazy, right?
out there. It's not no middle of the mall. And people are buying this all over the world, man. So that's dope that you did that, man.
Yeah.
I got my guy Kevin here. He said the backstory of fragrances community. So I from talking to you, man, it sounds like Aylen has a backstory. Bani has a backstory. La Cita Cafe. So does every fragrance that you've came up with, is there some story attached to it?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. We haven't released a fragrance yet where we say something like, "Oh, I need a spring release. Let's do jasmine. It's very popular." Like that's not because what happens is if you do that, you're going to fall into the same category as every other fragrance that comes out. You know, there are 2,000 fragrances that come out per year at a minimum. And it's like, how do you stand out if you're not being genuine to yourself and authentic? You know, that's why like when you hear the inspiration behind a lot of day 3 fragrances, it's not the same as like, you know, I've seen people say, well, this fragrance is inspired by a rainbow, like on a sunny day. I'm like, well, what does a rainbow on a sunny day smell like? You know, like, is that genuinely?
Is it realistic?
Yeah, it's not a real inspiration. At that point, you're just struggling to make up a story.
Right.
But when I can take an accord that smells like my mom's coffee and her cake and put it together because, you know, because she basically adopted me into her family, like there's real emotion there. There's real feeling there. And people can smell the difference. I'm 100% convinced. I don't know how, but people can smell the difference.
Right. I got Kev said downtown deja vu. Have you talked about it? I need to get my nose in.
We have not, but yeah, it's so that's a walk through a 90s shopping mall. Because when I was a teen, like that was the thing. Like your parents drop you off at the mall or whatever, and you hang out with your friends. And so I wanted to do notes that all correlate to that experience. So in the beginning, it's like very zesty fruit because that's like the fruit smoothie stand. But I want to also feel like brand new T-shirts and cosmetic counter. And then in the base, I've got cinnamon buns and suede leather jackets because of Wilson's leather. Yeah, it smells like the mall, you know? Like it's a modern wearable fragrance.
You took me right there.
Yeah.
Seriously, Kev, if you smell this, excuse me, it smells like walking through a food, what do you call it? A food, very cinnamony, soft, spicy. It smells like walking past cinnamon. But not sweet though. Don't get me wrong, it's not super sweet. I don't know. I think I'm still getting Aylen a little bit. I am. That's the thing about spraying too much on one arm. But so that's deja vu, man. Okay, what is this one? Philosopher?
Oh, yeah. Philosophia. Philosophia.
You want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So I was just telling you about how we have family members that work here in the lab and we do everything ourselves. And since we've gotten a lot of attention as a house, we also stay very, very busy. And at the end of the day, man, we're worn out. So one of the things we like to do is turn off all the computers and all the phones, and we go out into the backyard and we'll just light up a Dominican cigar and we'll relax and just talk about the big topics, you know, life, love, you know, everyone's future. And basically just talking about philosophy, you know. And so what we did was we took the notes from the Dominican cigar, and we created a fragrance with it. We called it Filosofia because it's, you know, that's what inspires you to talk about the big philosophical topics, you know, is the cigar. So the cigar that we smoke, it has notes of chocolate in it. So we use chocolate with the tobacco, some cardamom, black pepper. So it's not a super sweet like tobacco vanilla style fragrance. It's more of a like an intimate kind of complex, sexy cigar scent.
Okay, I got my guy here said he said Philosophia is his absolute favorite. Let me get this one on scan. I got 2 decants of this one.
Excellent.
Here we go. I think it came with Aylen though.
Yeah, we did run the special. We have a special right now where for $7 you can get a sample of Aylen and a sample of Filosofia together. With you don't pay anything extra for shipping or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, definitely have some tobacco in here. You said chocolate?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Thank you.
It's a good one, man. Listen, I gotta give you credit for what you're charging, bro. For what you get is crazy. It's insane, man. It's insane.
Yeah,
The blend.
we had one of our retailers tell us that if we had taken our perfumes and put it in the Tom Ford bottle, we could be charging $400 a bottle. But you know, the thing
Seriously.
is, we sell direct to consumer, right? So instead of having to instead of bottling everything and then selling it to a distributor who sells it to a wholesaler and they sell it to a retailer and then you go buy it, like at that point you'd be spending, you know, $300-400. But because we're making it ourselves and selling direct to the customer, it's $155. It's probably the best deal in Fragcom right now.
Cheaper than Mancera's, but at minimum Mancera quality, for sure better. So for people who use Mancera as like they always use the Mancera as like the entry level to niche. This house, day three fragrances, and y'all know Tazo, I'm gonna keep it honestly real. This house is definitely better than Mancera. And you get it at a cheaper price, bro.
Yeah.
So
So
this
thank you.
tobacco is a good one. It's a chocolatey tobacco fragrance, but it's not overly chocolate. It's very much tobacco. Don't get me wrong on that. It's a tobacco fragrance, but it do got some chocolate presence in it. Bro, you got some lineups, man.
Thank
You
you,
got
Ben.
some lineups. The Aylen people, the Aylen one, the most recent one is a damn good vanilla, rose, some woody notes in there. Very good, man. For this time of the year, this fall and the winter.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to make every perfume different from all the others
And
too.
the
So
next one, yeah, there's no redundancy. There's
yeah, we try to
nothing
make
that,
it like there's something for everybody. You know what I mean? Like everything's a little bit different.
because look, from your discovery set, you go mango, then you go amber. You leave from amber, you go coffee. Coffee to this citrusy one, which is to me a food citrus fragrance. That's what I pick up. And it's not like Bonnie. It's just like, wow, you because some houses like I'm gonna use Argos for an example. A lot of Argos fragrances. You familiar with Argos?
Yeah.
A lot of the fragrances have the same like dry down.
Okay.
And the dry down, a lot, they're not the only ones. You get that with Azaros, you get that with Stronger with Use, these different brands that they come out and at the dry down they all kind of come together. And it's like you're not really getting diversity within the house. So if you get a discovery set from day three, man, you are guaranteed to get a variety of different styles of fragrances, which we the consumers appreciate because you don't want to have to go to this house to get a vanilla, then go to that house to get a tobacco. Sometimes people want to sit with a house and be able to get everything from their house because you trust their blends, they got quality, they got great customer service and shipping, so it's easier to deal with their house and explore through that house.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and we make everything by hand too. We have this new thing too, where our new boxes are like flip top; they flip up, and we've been putting stickers on the boxes. And whoever it is that actually makes your bottle by hand, also initials your box. So when you get your box in, you'll actually be able to see which family member made it for you.
oh wow. See,
Yeah,
things like that, man. The consumer we appreciate, man. Sometimes you want to be noticed as a consumer. Like, oh wow, they really because some brands, man, I'm not gonna mention many names, but they just put together their fragrance, put it in a little cheap made box, and send it on your way. We like to be able to go through that experience with a house that, man, they put together a real presentation.
yeah,
Look at this bottle. Look at the juice color. Look at the atomizer.
right.
The top goes on and it's snug. It's not no
It,
top that just comes on and off.
it's a whole experience, the whole
The
thing, the way
whole
it feels,
experience.
the way it sounds. My wife was laughing at me because we went to a particular metal cap because I like the way that it clacked against the glass. Like when you close it, it's like clack. And
Right.
it's but it's just those little things, the little details that make a big difference.
Even with my sample that came in, it was a little note that was written
Yeah.
with my name on it. Like, hey, thanks,
Every
Ted.
single order, every single time, no matter what, we always thank the customer because like even when like we've got 600 orders going out tomorrow and every one of those 600 orders has got a handwritten thank you note because we appreciate the consumer. We will never be too busy to thank you as a customer.
And that's the same attitude that I share with my YouTube channel when it comes to people that's in the chat. You know, I can't thank them enough. And I feel
Yeah.
like YouTubers and or influencers do this a lot. And I feel like a lot of these brands, they lost touch with the people that buy their stuff. You
Yeah.
know, there's no real thank you from them. And or sometimes you can just do it by the way of presentation. We
Mhm.
buy something at a nice price, man. Give me something that wow me at opening up this package or this fragrance. Like, man, look at that, man. And every time you look at it, you see something different, man. Look at that, they did that. Look at the top. Look at you get what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
we also want to be blown away from presentation, not just the juice, not just the atomizer, like the whole experience.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. So
Um, Esteban said, "What is the cutoff point to purchase day three fragrances? I know Christmas right around the corner."
yeah, best if you can try to get your order in by December 14th. I mean,
Oh,
maybe after that it'll still get to you, but it's like, USPS, they get busy and you don't want to risk it. So try to get it by December 14th for sure.
Esteban also said, "Discovery set is the way to go." Is
Yeah.
Felicia
Yep.
and Aylen in the Discovery set?
They are. Yeah. This is all nine in the Discovery set.
Okay, he said, "Yes, I love the personal touches by day three." Fred Connoisseur said the new bottles are really nice and the new atomizer are fire.
Thank you very much.
Sally Knows said I'm buying mine tomorrow.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm definitely getting me a bottle as well. Esteban Fernandez said gratefulness goes a long way.
True story.
He said, "Hey, do we? No, we ain't." Look, that's one thing I want to be too clear, Mike. The connection, friendship we establishing, bro. I don't want nothing from you, bro. I'm willing to pay for my own money because I really do stand by your phrases, and that's the best way to tell if an influencer really rocks with you, Mike. See if somebody spending their own money.
Yep. It's
You
true.
stand. If you really stand with me, spend your money with me,
That's true. That's true.
and
Hey,
I'm
but
willing.
I want to let them know how to get a discount code too, because I appreciate the people in your chat. We have a thing we really talk too much about it, but I want to let you know. If you've tried anything from day three, discovery set, sample, whatever, if you got your nose on it, and you go to our website and you review it, we'll send you a surprise discount code into your inbox. We don't
Wow.
really advertise that, but we just want to let you know. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to collect as many 5-star reviews as possible. Because when you go to a
Oh,
site and you see like a bunch of 5-star reviews, you know that you could trust that company. So
right.
we're trying to get a lot of reviews. If you want to go give us a 5-star review, just make sure you're signed up for the emails, because if you're not signed up for the emails, you won't get
Get the
email
code.
code. But yeah, so there's a little secret, and it's a good discount too. So
He said, "Say less." Yeah, Shelly's a YouTuber. He has a very good collection. I've collabed with him a few times, man. So he's somebody that's a part of this community as well. Um, so um, so Mike, let me
yeah,
ask you this, man. Have you ever heard of? I mean, I know we're following each other on Instagram, but are you like very familiar with my channel and how I've been doing things on over here?
I've logged on, and then recently I've been watching some of the stuff that you've been doing on Instagram. Now you're relatively new, like we are, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
keep up with as much as possible.
Okay, okay. Are you running the Instagram page or is it somebody
Yeah.
else?
So it's myself, my wife, and Virginia. She's my sister-in-law.
Okay,
We all kind of help run the Instagram page together.
okay, okay. Yeah, man, Mike, man, it was nice getting to know you up
Same.
here, man. We definitely listen. I'm gonna check back with you probably like in another 6 months, man. I'll have some bottles to talk
Or
about. I'm sure you'll have some new experiences that you been going through as far as in the Fred comment in the business. You probably around that time you be ready to launch what you got coming up. 2024, man. What you release? How many fragrances you released this year?
two,
Just that one.
Escandalo and Aylen.
Okay, it's kind of low. That came out in.
I think that was summer, like maybe July or August, I think.
Okay, so next year you're shooting for like what, two more, or or
There's some ideas I want to tackle, but I don't know if they're done. I'll release them, and they need more time, maybe next year, but at least one for sure, because there's one that's done.
Got a question. He said, "What's the window of time after you get the discovery set to apply for the $35 off a bottle?"
We make sure that doesn't expire on you, because we don't want you to feel pressured to rush through your discovery set. So you take all the time that you need.
Okay.
Get everything on skin, give it a nice wearing. You don't have to jump and buy a bottle real fast. It doesn't expire.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Like I was saying, Mike, man, appreciate you coming on by, man.
Well,
like
thanks so much for
man,
having me. I know it came together fast, so I appreciate you.
Hey, that sometimes there's no expectations on when it happens. It's just how God brings us together. It's how we got to come together, man. So
absolutely,
I do want to thank you, man. And you humble dude, man. I saw that yesterday on the live stream. I was like, man, this dude. I like people, man. No matter what their job title is or how much money in their bank account, can talk to people like people. Be approachable. Be easy to get along with, man. So. We all love perfume. We all are men.
We all love good people, right? Yeah.
We all love good people, good energy, man. And if you got those things, you're gonna come together with somebody and create good chemistry.
Well, let's definitely do this again then, because I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
So
next time
just let me know.
Have bottles from day 3. Because listen, one thing about me, Mike, if you ain't been around my channel long enough to notice, when I like something, I stand by it.
All right.
Right. So I rock what you got going on, man. I really do like your fragrances. I'm not just saying.
Thank you.
Another thing I gotta give you credit on, man. You got companies like MFK that got what was it 2 ml? 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 pressurized atomizers.
Yeah.
Well, you got some of these multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar fragrance houses that send you little shooters.
Yeah.
That you gotta it keeps getting stuck in.
Because somebody at a corporate office somewhere is making the decisions, is like what they want to spend and how much money they can save by doing this or that. And we're still that small where the customer means everything, right? So when you just start out, your reputation is such that if you send out a bad bottle, a bad atomizer, a terrible sample, the word is going to get out very quickly, and that can ruin you before you even get off the ground. And so that's why every customer is like really important to us, because it's that word of mouth, it's the reviews, we want to try to get people talking. We want to give you such a spectacular experience that you can't help but go talk about day 3. You know what I mean? That's going to be our success.
Every little thing counts, man.
Yes, sir.
Especially like when you're coming up like yourself, man. Brands like you, Born to Stand Out, Born to Stand Out sent out. I had bought 2 discovery sets from them, and one of the samples, I guess the sprayer wasn't spraying. I reached out to them. They sent out another sample of that one in a pressurized sprayer. So it wasn't the original sprayer, but it was pressurized. I said, man, that's nice,
right.
Man.
Yeah.
Mike, in your case, let's say a customer emails you and say, hey, en route, the atomizer fell off, it ain't spraying right. How do day 3 respond to customers who might have had a faulty sprayer? Or
we take care of everybody.
Yeah.
We have a no return policy. That's just, we tell people don't blind buy, because we make our bottle by hand. So if we send you the bottle, that's your bottle now. But if it comes in as damaged or something like that, we take care of our customer. We want customers for life. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not okay if you buy one bottle and have a bad experience and you're going to go away, you're not going to be our customer anymore. We're trying to retain as many customers as we can for a lifetime. And that means, hey, if sprayer doesn't work, or because it's just glass and it's just metal, like there are things that could go wrong.
Which one is that?
This is Ambar Dominicano.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll get you taken care of. All you got to do is email us, and we respond very quickly, and we make sure every customer is very happy.
Right. I gotta make sure I say this. I'm a fan of the new bottles.
Thank you. Thank you.
The old bottles, but the new ones, I like those. Those
Yeah.
look good. Those look good, man.
You know what happened? I like the old bottles and I like the way they felt in my hand, but the new thing now is like people have perfume trays where they put your bottle in with a bunch of other things and they say this is my tray for the month.
Right.
And I just wasn't happy with the way the short bottle looked with all the other bottles.
Other fragrances. Right.
Yeah, so like you
Right.
put it with your collection, it's got to look good with your collection.
Right.
You know, because like I'm a fragrance fan myself too, and I'm proud of my collection. So if you put
Right.
something in there and like, it doesn't look good with the collection.
Right.
So
Listen, Mike, I'm telling you, man. You might think that's weird, but listen, there are people out here that are sticklers for bottles
yeah,
on their shelves, man.
yeah,
I'm one of them.
yeah,
Because you got, man, we spend a lot of money on these fragrances. And you got some people, man, that get these nice bookcases with light scented glass.
yeah.
And they got, they want to see that day 3 in there with that glass bottle with the black plate lined up nicely. What if you got 5 from the house? You got them lined up, or you might got them offset a little bit. It's just presentation, man.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad you did that, man, because now you will see more of your day 3 bottles front and center on people's shelves because you really upgraded, man.
We do the best we can to
I'm
try
glad you're listening to the
yeah,
consumer.
you have to understand the customer and understand the industry. Like we started putting like little cloths, like microfiber cloths in with the bottles too, because we know people don't like fingerprints on their bottles. Like keep a little microfiber, you can like wipe the cap, wipe the bottle. And I had a lot of people asking me like, that seems like a little like unnecessary. It seems ridiculous. I said, no, but you don't understand the average collector wants to keep their stuff looking good. And now you may never use the microfiber, but it's like our way of communicating that we
understand.
know you.
We listen.
Familiar, yeah.
The more that we listen, the more y'all listen to us, the more that we understand that y'all care. And when people see, man, these houses are listening, they're actually doing things, they're going in the right direction as far as hearing what we're not upset about, but we want to see small tweaks. And y'all listen, it makes you stand by the house, man. It makes you stand by the house when you see an upgrade to day 3 bottles now. Like, wow, man, they went up. I'm getting more at still the same price. You didn't go up in price, to my knowledge. Same price, but you're getting a newer bottle. It makes you a little bit more grateful. Like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Presentation, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, in full transparency, we went up a little bit. We go up $5 here and there. It's mostly because we started selling to retailers now because people want to go see us in like perfumology, refinery fragrances, that kind of thing. And so we're trying to be fair to our retailers also. And then like when we step up something really big, like we doubled the weight of our bottle, and then we had like an atomizer made for us, so like the spray, like ridiculous. God. And stuff like that. It costs a lot of money. Yeah, but we just little $5 increases here or there, but still at $155, like it's a really good deal.
We're getting more. Some people pay more for more. So
yeah.
Man. So another thing too, man, I gotta say, man, it's dope that you're standing by FragCom. We like to call it FragCom. Yeah. Reviewers, influencers. You're watching. You got your ears to the YouTube streets. You getting the right YouTubers in your corner, man, because guys like me, man, I got a real influence, man. Whether people want to give it to me or not, I got a real influence, Mike, man. People listen, they watch, and they know that if I say it's good, they know it's good, man. So
yeah, we like doing events too, and that's the thing is you show up in an event and then you realize very quickly that like these are not just like customer order numbers. Like these are like living, breathing people. You get to look them in the eye and you get to communicate with them. They've got their families with them or their wife is with them. You start to get to know each other. Like I'm looking at, the bishop right here, and he drove like 8 hours to see us at an event, and we got to hang out with him and have like a real rapport, like with a real human being. And so that's what, when we come back to the lab, that's what we remember. It's like you're serving people, you know what I mean? Like these are not just numbers. Like people have things that they want. They want it to feel good in their hand. They want a big sprayer. They want, give it to them. Like these are the people that pay for, for me to eat and for me to feed my family. Like, so of course I want to give the best back to you.
I like that. Mike, so I heard you say yesterday that you have 10 ml samples or decants.
Yeah, we've got you can go to the website and there's 10 ml size. And right now we've got a special too where you can pick any 10 mls and get all three for like $99 total. And then we do free shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man. You can't beat that, man. So I remember I did hear you say yesterday everything's free shipping.
Yeah. Yeah. No, nobody likes paying for shipping. Like I use Amazon all the time. Like everything gets shipped for free all the time. Like I can't you
Right.
charge people for shipping. Like
Right. I noticed that with some of these discounters where you'll see this fragrance for a nice price, but it's like damn, it has $6 shipping to it.
yeah.
But that's good, man. So do you think going into the future, like what do you see? What do you see Fragcom, like YouTube Fragcom space? Like, do you see it going into the right direction? Because I know that you are not I'm saying you're a fan, but you are aware of what's going on as far as fragrance reviewers. How do you see this community going forward, man? From what being at Sin Explore and watching YouTube, because I know you've been around a while, man. You
The
probably
industry
seen
is
it.
going to go up real fast, man. The industry is going to get really big because right now, what I'm noticing is, and everyone else is noticing it too, is it's getting younger and younger and younger to the point where a lot of these influencers are like teenage boys, and
Yes.
that is so good for the industry, because these kids are going to grow up knowing their stuff as far as fragrance goes,
Right.
and that's good for the industry. There's going to be growing pains that come along with that too, because when you start putting everything online, everything's on TikTok, everything's on social media, there's going to be more drama, there's going to be more hurt feelings and stuff like that. But that's just growing pains for an industry that's exploding. You know what I mean? So
No.
it's the future. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. That's the future of the industry.
Okay. Yeah, man. For personally, me, man, I really see this, like you said, Mike. I really see this community growing way like just as big as the shoe community.
Oh yeah.
Or the bike community, man, because people are really starting to grab to wanting to smell good.
Yeah.
It used to be a small little pocket of people who cared about fragrances, but now men, like you said, in all ages, man, from elderly age down to like you said, man, I didn't see them at 12, 13. I got guys, little young boys I know, they come see what I got going on. I mean, listen, Mike, I'm really influencing people in my real life. I've grown so much with this Frag YouTube channel that people that I know, their friends and family members are influenced and are inspired by what I'm doing. So now they're getting on their uh, their fragrances collection, their fragrance collection, and they're starting to get into the space of smelling good. So it's
Yeah. I
affecting a
think
lot
that
of people.
everybody wants to smell good. Like nobody wants, like the worst insult in the world is like when somebody looks at you and is like, oh, what is that smell? And the best compliment is like, wow, you smell amazing. What are you wearing? And I think for a long time people thought like, cologne is just something like my dad uses and he's old.
Right.
But now with TikTok and it's all this stuff, it's easier to discover that there's a community out there and you go, wait a minute, this is way cooler than I thought. And everyone
Right.
else thinks it's way cooler than they thought too. And so like it's easier to fall into that rabbit hole because you're like, oh, okay, these are pretty cool people and
Right.
there's a world out there. And yeah, it's exploding. It's only just gonna get crazier. Like
Hey,
I
Mike,
don't think people's ready.
I used to be shelled about my love for smelling good. Because I thought people would look at that like that's weird. Like this dude has a lot of cologne. He just loves smelling good. What is wrong with him? But now the world is accepting it. When I first started collecting, it was why you got so many colognes? That was always a question. Why you got so many colognes on? Like why are you? I didn't have one day I went to work. I worked with a woman. She asked me why I was wearing cologne. She said, "Who are you trying to smell good for?" I'm like, I just like smelling good. People didn't believe that. Like you said, Mike, it was always either man, my dad wears cologne, or I got a date, I'm gonna wear some cologne. It wasn't an everyday thing for the average person, at least around me. If you
Yeah.
had cologne, it was, oh, you going out, or hey man, that's something that elderly men do. But now you can go in the average 25-year-old dude's room. He got a 1 million in there. He got an Azaro. He got a clone of LV Imagination. So the fragrance community, man, I say in about 2 to 3 years, it's going to be so many fragrance houses. It's going to be so many people speaking about smelling good. It's going to be a big community, man.
It's gonna explode. I brought my dad with me to Scent Explorer, and he was funny because it's like his first experience with like a convention, like a fragrance convention. And he's a DJ, right? So
Right.
he'll go to like a DJ convention where they're selling new mixers, new turntables, new speakers, new this, new that, and he'll spend a lot of money like buying equipment. And here he is like at a fragrance convention, and his very first question was like, well, you have so many vendors here. Like, how many people are going to come in here and want like more than one bottle of like cologne or perfume? I'm like, dude, everybody. like you have no idea what you're in for right now. And so like it was a real eye opener for him to see the industry because he didn't quite get it. You know what I mean? So it was interesting watching him see like what this industry is actually like.
Just think about it. Scent Explore. Where was Scent Explore this year?
No, New York City, man. Chelsea Industrial, 6,000 people. And they're going to have to expand because there's going to be more people next year. Like Max runs an amazing event. Like everything is like runs on time. Everything is sharp. The best speakers, the best brands. Like it's incredible. If you're in the industry, like Scent Split, you have to be there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there next year. I had a lot going on this year, but I watched from afar, and everybody I seen that went, man, they had a good time. They
Yeah.
bought stuff. They talked to all these different fragrance houses. No one walked away saying, "Man, what was that?" Everyone's walked away with nothing but positive conversation about it. Everyone took pictures. They were mingling. They were getting to know one another. Fragrance houses wasn't standoffish. Everyone was talking. I saw you taking pictures with people. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's going to be more too. They're expanding because there's going to be a Scent Explore Nashville is a thing now, and
okay.
they may even be expanding further than that. That's all I'll say. But there may be even more expansion. So because people are thirsty for it, like the community's
I feel
thirsty.
like they should have more fragrance events more often.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
least every season.
for sure. Yeah,
You know, because man, the people are starving for the Scent Explorer, and like you
yep.
said, like if we had them more like spread out, like in Dallas, Texas, or L.A., Chicago, Memphis, or New Jersey, somewhere in where everybody can kind of, because New York is kind of one of those places. Man, this traffic is bad up there. It's busy. So when we can, if they can start spreading them out to where people don't mind going into a St. Louis Saint Explorer event, and like I say, man, just meet some of these fragrance houses. That was the biggest thing that I've heard come from Saint Explorer was how many owners people were able to meet with, different houses they explored that they never heard of, and they were all independent houses.
Yeah.
We all know about the Performance Marleys, the Zerjaws, but man, the same people who love these same big houses, they'll bump into a day three and say, "Man, I've been missing out. Have you smelled
Yeah.
day three fragrances?" Or there was another one that I heard that was mentioned from Set Explorer. Um, was it Habibi or something like that?
Habibi. Yeah, Habibi.
Yeah, I've heard
They
good
were
things.
amazing. J-Scent was there, and J-Scent is like a Japanese inspired house. They were killing it. Um, there were just, man, I could go on and on. Like it just seemed like everybody was killing it. Like everyone brought their A game, you know?
Okay. Now, did you have like tester bottles for people to spray on
Oh
testers?
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. We were spraying people's skin, spraying it on the card, whatever, telling them the story. And then you get to meet, like, well, for us anyway, get to meet our family because I'm like, hey, I'm the perfumer. This is my wife. This is her sister. Like, so I mean, it's pretty cool, you know. Get like real connections with real people.
Yeah, man. Beautiful thing, man. I cannot wait one day I'll be able to shake your hand, Mike, in person, man, and continue these kind of conversations. And
For sure. You're right outside Philly, right?
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia, man. But yeah, I definitely Shelly is he's in Philly. But yeah, man, one day I'll be able to see you in person, man. We could talk fragrances, bro, and
That sounds
just have
good.
a good build, man, and and carry on from what we talking about tonight, man. So
For
thank you
sure.
once again, Mike, man. And
My
we want
pleasure.
to talk about the holiday sale right now to the people that's in here that might want to stop by and take a look at what you got going on.
Yeah, we have so right now everything's 155 for all of the bottles. The special edition autographed version of Aylen is 180. There's only a few of those left. Those are very limited. We only made 300 of them. You can get 3 10 mils for $99. Discovery set's only 35 bucks. And we give you a code for $35 off any free bottle. So it's like getting the Discovery set for free and free shipping on everything. And also, there's that little secret. If you didn't catch it, go leave us a review on our website, and you'll get a discount code in your email. That's we don't advertise that; it's kind of secret, but I want to let you know so you can save a little bit of money.
Save some money if y'all can, man. But listen, definitely give this house a shot. You got a little bit of everything, man. You got a tobacco fragrance for the tobacco lovers. You got amber fragrance for your amber lovers. You got a coffee. You got a vanilla rose. Got some. Well, she said discontinued for that one. Bani has a mango floral type combination with that one. That's more so spring summer. You got
Del
say
Mar,
less,
yeah, say less.
say less out there. Philosopha, Midnight Whisper. Man, check them out, man. Y'all know Tazo TV, man. Tazo gonna give it up and let y'all know the real. And I stand by this guy, man. You know, it's a good thing that you actually who you are, um, as a person matches up with the quality of work that you put out, man. So
Thank you, bro.
I'm glad that you're not some standoff guy saying, well, look at me, I'm the center of attention. No, you allow the
Yeah,
fragrances to be the face of the company, man, and you just pushing what you got as far as your brand. So I like it, bro.
for sure,
Me as a
dude.
consumer, I can say that I like what you got going on. Shout out to your family, your wife, your kids, and man, y'all are doing great, man. Y'all are here to stay. I'm sure next year is gonna be a big year for y'all with that gourmand fragrance
Yes,
and everything else that come with it, man. You will be back. I will definitely have you back on.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. So we locked in. We locked in on my
Yeah, literally anytime you just say the word, and I'll be here.
all right. So anybody else want to say the last couple things? The Mike from Day Three Fragrances. This is your time, man. We are hour 30, and I'm getting ready to close out, man. So Shelly said he's excited to get his date. Yeah, Shelly, I'm gonna tell you the ones that you gonna like, Shelly. You definitely gonna like Amber Dominicano because me and you both like our Ambers. You definitely. I don't know how you feel about coffee, but you gonna like Aylen too. I'm giving you those two, Aylen and Amber Dominicano, Shelly. Those two right there are definitely worthy of getting this for you getting a sample set. Anybody here, the Amber one and Aylen are both worthy of y'all at least get a discovery set if you don't get a bottle. I'm saying Aylen is worthy of a blind buy. For the ones that like the blind buy, I got a few people in my comment section that like the blind buy.
Okay.
Aylen
Really?
and Dominicano are both blind buy worthy. For the ones that respect what I have to say. But yeah, Mike, man. Until
All right.
next time, man. Keep
All
doing
right.
what you do, man, and we will be in touch. And
I'll see you.
2025, man, keep smashing.
All right. See you guys.
All right, Mike. Appreciate it. All right, man. Anybody want to say any last minute things before we shut the live stream down? It was a great conversation with Mike from Day Three Fragrances. Very happy and pleased to have him on. Very good house. Day Three Fragrances, a very good house. Really like what they got going on. They got nice atomizers on their small samples, pressurized atomizers, great blends, quality work, nice bottles with the new bottles. Cool family, man. From what I see as far as Instagram, Mike's a cool dude. I like what they got going on. I do. I really do, man. So if nobody want to say anything else, I will end it like that. So great live, Fred. Okay, thank you, Charm City. Charm City, thank you. Okay, thank you, Shelly. He said Mike is a real cool dude. He's been all over Fred coming. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Mike. I will be getting. I think I've got to go Amber Dominicano though. I think I got to go Amber Dominicano first. I promised myself that would be my first buy, but I might cheat on myself and go Aylen first. I don't know. I gotta bounce back and forth between those two. But yeah, definitely a house worthy checking out. And y'all will see me. Y'all will see me speak about them a lot more. You will. And yeah, listen. Induced coma. I like that coffee one too, but the coffee one got to take the back seat right now because I'm a big fan of Amber, and I like the way they did Amber. I love the way they did Amber. Matter of fact, I love the coffee one too, but now that I smell Aylen, it's gonna go Amber Dominicano, Aylen, and then La Tacita Cafe. So yeah, it's at least three from the house I'm gonna get. I wish he didn't discontinue that one because I do like this citrus fougere. Really love that citrus fougere, bro. But it's discontinued, so yeah. Philosopher, that's a good one. This is the tobacco one. I gotta grab that one too. Listen, I'm gonna be spending a lot of money with day three fragrances, man. Seriously. So y'all do what y'all want. I'm gonna do what I do, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. I'm gonna close this out right here. She got Tazo, the reviewer, and until next time, man. I'll see y'all, man. Y'all be safe and take care of yourselves, man. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.